Alright, today we're going to be doing a full set review of Extreme Forces from beginning to end, and hopefully we won't mess up all the different TCG exclusive and all that kind of shit, because it's a bit spread about and the information is not fully updated on the wiki page. But I've got with me from YGORG organization Calvin Tahan and Ryan Levine, who recently just won Melbourne, but he didn't get home in time to do a post-match thing with me because he's fucking stupid and slow. But
yes,
oh well.
I am, yes.
Just a little synapse grammatical. I didn't win Melbourne too. That was Ryan. But we're both two of the inaugural members of Team YGORG, and we're really happy to branch out here and connect with other members of the community. Farfa is like maybe my sixth favorite Burning Abyss monster. So definitely glad to be here.
What's your first favorite?
Calcat.
Seer? Oh, no?
It's Calcat. Oh, no. It's, what's the 1500?
Cagna.
Cagna's insane.
Yeah, it's Cagna.
Yeah,
I knew it was Cagna.
Can we take a second to tell a Cagna story?
Go ahead.
Can I tell it? Because
all right, because Ryan actually knows what happened.
So on the drive down to YCS Charleston, we were playing BA. This is when I think Secrets of Eternity just came out, and Calvin for 6 hours. Our car ride group was 6 hours. Says we're not playing Good and Evil. It doesn't matter. Play one Cagna. Cagna has 1500 attack. We just kill them with Cagna. 1500 is good. We needed a bunch of different BA names.
We needed the name. It was mostly for the name.
Yeah, it was mostly for the name. I was like, why don't we play a third Farfa? He goes, no, Cagna. In the finals of the Giant card, Calvin summons Cagna against his Satellarknight opponent. His Satellarknight opponent has one back row, picks up Cagna, reads it, shrugs, flips Bottomless Trap Hole, and says, well, I guess this isn't going to hit anything else in your deck, and Calvin loses.
Yeah, it was pretty unreal.
That's why I knew Cagna was his favorite.
Cagna's good.
Oh god, that is such a Calvin story. I want to hear the Photon Thrasher story properly, but we'll leave that till the end or something maybe.
There's a Thrasher story?
I don't know what that one is, but maybe we'll.
I'm sure that's like an urban legend that's been passed down. Did I try to retire?
No, it's when you you just you draw for turn. You don't even look at your deck, and you just.
Oh no, that was insane.
Okay, later. Yeah.
All right, cool.
That one actually happened.
Yeah, that one's from. But that is a good one.
All right, let's begin then. What's the first card we're looking at? Are we going to start with Zombino, or are we doing number
first
0?
Card.
Let me interject. So Ryan is really knowledgeable about Yu-Gi-Oh. I have not read a single card from the set, so I'm kind of here as the good player who doesn't I don't have any pre-bias, but I am good at Yu-Gi-Oh. So it'll be my first impression, whereas it'll be Ryan's some of his first impression, but then some of his I've been thinking about this card for a while. It's kind of cool type thing.
So generally, whenever org posts the translations of a card, I will read it at least once. However, these all got posted so long ago, I don't think I remember what any of these do.
So are these the Spirit Pendulum dudes?
Oh, okay. This I don't think.
Or...
Yes. So this is for the English set. This is card number 0 and card number 99, or no, card number 89. So these are the two TCG exclusives. Let's just read this first. And you have them on your screen now, right?
Yeah.
So I think these are just kind of awful. They don't really do anything, and they could have been really cool. They're Pendulum Spirit Monsters, which is the first we've seen of that. And they could have been cool if they just said if they just let you Pendulum summon Spirit Monsters, which Spirit Monsters, most of them say this card cannot be Spectral summoned. So if their Pendulum effects were you can Pendulum Spirit Monsters, that would have been super cool, but they just don't do that, and their effects are just pointless.
Let me read this. So it's a 9 scale. If a monster is Pendulum Summon, return this card from the Pendulum into the hand.
Which is cool.
So you can bounce that.
That's flavor that they're
normal
Pendulum scales that bounce because
when
they're
this
Spirit
card
Monsters.
is normal summon, you can, which is never going to happen because it's a 5-star.
Yeah, correct.
You can send all spell trap your opponent controls.
It's good in Monarchs.
That are in the same call. Oh, it's a column card. Yeah, this is awful.
So also note, these have anti-synergy with themselves. So because when you Pendulum summon, they bounce, and then when you they both have the effect of when you Pendulum summon, they get bounced back to your hand, and they both have an effect that's when you summon them, it checks if you have Pendulum scales. Which that's just kind of anti-synergy with their own effects.
I think there has to be a translation problem there, because that's beyond awful. That's just mechanically broken.
I've seen the actual picture of it. I've seen the picture that Konami
But
Europe
that's just like
posted of the
non-functioning.
card.
Like it doesn't do anything at that point.
They do nothing. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They could have been really cool. They just decided to have them have no effect. So
Oh well.
oops. Yeah. Oh well. There we go. Pretty much. Oh well. They could have had an effect. All right. So I guess let's just go to the main set now.
All right,
I
Zombino.
guess. Yeah, that's just a vanilla.
Level 4
I don't
Earth
Zombino?
Zombie.
Whoa,
Level 4
Zombino.
Level 4
That's cool.
Earth Zombie 2000.
They're going through this little series where they're doing that with like every card.
Yeah,
right?
I'm pretty sure like
It's a Unizombie target.
okay. Well,
And the Master
it's an
Dealer
unexpected. It's an unexpected die zombie. So
Sure.
maybe that will matter.
someday.
It's a rescue rabbit
Maybe.
zombie.
Yeah, it's a rescue rabbit zombie, and it's an unexpected die zombie, and maybe that will matter eventually.
All right, seen enough.
Yeah, probably not, but maybe. So,
Okay.
all right, Lockout Gardna. Oh my god,
it's a
this is
Gardna.
So
I love
much
Gardnas.
text. Oh, this card's already out, so I'm gonna. This card came out in the Circuit Break Special Edition, so I'm just gonna cheat and say we don't need to read it because it's already out and it doesn't and it
Okay.
is awful.
That's fair.
So let's just skip this. This card is just already out and it didn't matter.
Striping Partner
Striping Partner.
must be special by its own effect. If the activation of a monster activated on your field is negated, you can special it. When it's special,
What?
you can special a level 4 lower Cyberse in your grave.
Okay,
That doesn't seem
that
good.
doesn't. Okay, I have not seen a single cyber support card that seemed remotely playable yet, and this does not change my opinion of that.
It seems like
Because
really specific.
if the activation of a monster effect is negated, so that means like Ash doesn't even negate activations.
Yeah, that's
Like
actually
you
true.
have to get striked, or
Stroke.
you have to get stop, or you have to get Trigate Wizarded. I guess that's the only thing I can think of that negates.
Maybe Veilard. Veilard's good next format.
It doesn't negate
Veilard doesn't
activations
negate
either.
activation.
Yeah, it doesn't negate activation.
Oh yeah,
it just
true. Oh well.
yeah. So this just doesn't.
That card doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Is this
Anyway,
a Cyber?
moving
Yeah,
on.
it is a Cyberse. Oh well, let's move
Oh,
on.
Flick Clown.
Flick Clown.
You can choose
Oh.
two more awful monsters, and you have the cards in your
Two
hand, which
more
are awful.
awful monsters.
Yeah, that's not ever going to be
Yeah,
playable.
this is yeah. Okay, well,
That's-
so what I will say is this. I'm going to say this now one time. So like, we're going to say all of these cards are just seem really awful right now. It is technically possible for us to have like a Perform Pal situation where Performer Pal was like the most unplayable cards ever for like 2 years in every set, and then they just got like Pendulum Sorcerer, Monkey Board, and Turtle, and were just ridiculous.
honestly
So,
a better example would just be a Spiral situation.
Okay, sure, Spirals. Well,
That's
yeah.
one that people can
Yeah.
relate to. They just don't do
Yeah.
anything, and then they just make the summon master plan.
Yeah. So there are so many cyber support cards that if some archetype comes out that's just randomly broken and just happens to be cybers, like there are so many of these cybers cards that just all seem awful. Like
Could just suddenly become really
maybe
good.
yeah, like
Yeah.
this one, even this one, it's just like right. If you have 2 cybers and no cards in your hand, like what if there's a cybers card that's like discard your hand, summon 4 cybers from your deck? Like
Yeah.
then this card is good, but like that's probably not going to happen, but it might.
Yeah, I think that statement goes with this whole video.
Yeah.
Like, if we say something is awful, it's just awful in a vacuum. It's awful in
Yeah.
the vacuum of like I guess you can say like April 2018.
Yeah.
Like it will not be playable until after that
Yeah,
point.
with the current
Max.
card pool, it's just like not good.
Okay, what's this one?
Bit Looper.
Oh, that's a fun name. That's
I was
very
about to say
meme-
that's a fun name also.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that right now.
You can send 1 level 2 or lower monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm thinking Dark
it-
Synchro shenanigans
not
or
a
something
tuner.
like that.
It
It's
is-
another Dark Synchro
It's
Earth
just
monster
to get,
card.
It's
yeah.
cyber. It's just another cybers.
You can like play
just-
around with the pendulum deck. I don't know.
I mean,
Or not
it gets
pendulum,
level 4 on your
synchro
field.
deck.
Send level 2 or lower. That's really specific. Maybe there's some cyber synergy.
I'm gonna say yeah. Some deck builder will find
Yeah,
like,
this card
I don't
is the best one we've read so far.
but pretty
I
awful.
actually think Zombino might be better.
Well, Bit Looper has a hard once per turn effect, so yeah, it's
Like-
probably worse than Zombino.
Yeah, it's probably yeah. Zombino's
Zombino's pretty strong.
Yeah, Zombino's
Attack-
not a
it's
hard
attack over
once per
Helix.
turn. That's true.
All right,
Okay, this card looks
Belt Link Wall Dragon.
Link Wall Dragon.
Oh, that's just Shenron.
This is just, and he's a Gatling gun.
It's
Look
just
at that.
Shenron on Rainbow Road.
And no, look, he's made of bullets.
Oh wow, that's fun.
It's not Shenron,
This
is it?
artwork-
It's
this
the
artwork-
dragon
No,
road
that's
thing.
what-
That
No, he's
Goku
right.
runs-
Yeah,
runs
it's
on.
it's the road that
Yeah,
Goku rides on
yeah.
with Cloud.
Yeah, this will probably be changed for North American audiences, if I had to guess,
Really?
because it looks like he's just a dragon made of bullets, and that doesn't seem like something they would want.
They're just gonna make them knives.
Yeah. Okay.
This is
Came in on
terrible.
its own.
Yeah, we haven't read it.
When
No
you-
spoilers.
Yeah, we weren't yet.
When you link something,
There's a card from your hand. If you do place 2 counters on it, neither player can link some monster with a higher link rating than the number of counters. Monsters cannot attack except link. If a monster's link, remove 2 counters from this card.
this
What?
is awful.
What does it do? Okay, so that's just complicated and pointless. So we're just gonna. That's yes.
Yeah,
Complicated and
that's
pointless.
awful.
All right, Shell Rocket Dragon. This is
Shell
part of the
Rocket
archetype, like the
Oh,
rocket.
rocket. Oh, I remember the rocket.
Oh,
I remember that
yeah,
one from my
we-
last
yeah.
one. I was
Yeah.
hoping.
Yeah. Well, the rockets don't seem very good. I know in the next set they get a link that's like ridiculous. That's like
Oh, they got
pretty
spiral
good.
treatment.
Well, I mean, it's actually not. It's like, but it can be used in any deck, so that's not actually good for their deck.
They
It's
have
just
some
good.
like really good cards. They have like a draw 2, and then they have like a special from deck or grave or something.
Yeah,
like
they have
that.
like an e-tele. They have like an
Yeah.
e-tele.
When a link's
have a
effect is
draw
activated, face-up card, quick effect, you can destroy this card, which is awful, and then destroy one monster on field in
Okay.
the same column, which is also awful.
So this combos with this. I'm gonna say combos in air quotes. Like technically, this combos with Borreload, like your own Borreload, sort of. I guess. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it kills a monster in the same column. Then if
Yes.
it killed something, it kills the monsters that are horizontal to it. That's actually kind of interesting.
I guess if they scapegoat you, they just die screaming.
Pretty much, yeah. Or if they just have link monsters like linked to each other, then it hits one and then it hits the 2 next to it. That's an interesting effect. But like, it's just how are you ever like triggering this? That means you already have to have a Borreload, which like they're dead.
They're
Yeah,
really
I
trying
don't-
to push the column placement.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
Calvin, someone's saying, I read your part 1, a brief history of losses. Crazy story, but more importantly, insightful article. Hope to read the next part soon.
More importantly, insightful article.
Thank you. Oh, I should be reading Twitch chat for the
What?
support. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to. I'm probably gonna release a new article.
Oh my god.
Soon, TM.
Soon. Yeah, I've been saying that for a while, and then I just keep making it longer and longer, and I'm probably just gonna make it 2 articles now because it's just so long. I don't know.
Mine's as long as it was last 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
no words.
Metal Rocket Dragon. Okay, again, when a link monster is activated, the target's face-up card. So all these just say like, unless you control Borreload Dragon, these don't do anything. Unless there's a new link monster
Yeah.
that does something. But like, if you have Borreload, then these cards have effects.
I'm gonna put this under the
Destroy
category
all
of like a
car-
TV
oh.
show card.
I thought it just said destroy all cards you want to controls, and I was like, okay, no, it doesn't say that. It's in the same
In the same column. That's very
yeah,
important.
That's a lot worse.
Because that's max 2 cards.
Yeah, during the end phase, the card graveyard is destroyed sent by sender this turn, summon a rocket monster. That's what they all do, but like that's just end phase. You can't do anything. And that sucks. Okay. So like rocket cards, I know they're in the anime. I say I know, but I actually don't know. I think they're in the anime. I'm pretty sure they are.
I just don't see where else they'd have a place in life.
Yeah,
outside
I'm
of a
pretty
TV
sure
show.
they're in the anime, so they're getting more cards.
All right,
Tin Dangle Angel.
Tin
So this is a
Dangle
full
Angel.
Dangle.
So it's a
You
flip
can
based
Oh, it's a
archetype.
flip monster.
Okay, well, flips have a link monster that's not awful, so that's
You can special
cool.
summon 1 flip monster from your hand or graveyard. Oh, that's kind of cute. Except this card, and then if this effect is activated your opponent's battle phase, which it will because it's a flip monster, you can end the battle phase. Which
Okay,
That's
so
awful.
pretty
I'm
bad.
going to tell
Yeah.
you to read a different card first before you read the Tindangle archetype. Go to 69, Tindangle Delani. Read that one first.
Okay,
Okay,
so
we're
basically-
skipping forward into the
Tindangle
discography.
It's gonna be like a
Trap card.
So this should give you
A
some
worm,
context.
like
Basically,
Nebula
it's a
Meteor.
mill deck. It's basically
When
Inferno.
When you take battle
Express
damage from your
Actions.
opponent's attacking monster, you have
3 or more Tindangles in your graveyard. Destroy attacking monster. Special 1 Tindangle. Acute Cerebrus from your extra deck. Okay, is that their link monster?
Yeah.
If you control no much, you put on this card and target 3 with 2 names.
That doesn't seem good.
Okay, so you have to somehow get 3 Tindangles in your graveyard.
Well, yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
use
the thing.
mill.
It's like a mill deck.
That's the easy
right?
part.
It's a mill deck. Okay.
So this basically is like a
Okay.
themed like soul charge for the deck, and so you
Yeah.
special 3 Tindangles from your grave. So that's like 3 Tindangles face down. So that's like I don't know 3 Shadow monsters basically or whatever. And then one of
Yeah.
them has effect where if it's in the graveyard, you can special summon it when a Tindangle is special summoned. So basically, if you use this card with the setup like after milling and stuff, you special summon 4 Tindangles face down. So that's to give you some context to like how this deck works.
Okay. So.
Okay.
So-
I will say I will entertain this archetype for the community and
So let's go back to Angel, I guess. That was the first
Yeah.
one.
I'm only
so
playing Tindangles.
all I'll say about that is Sleeper can activate twice on my turn and then your turn, and then you have 0 Tindangles. but yeah.
I think some of them
That's-
float. I'm not sure. Let's double check.
If you control a set more personal card from your hand. Okay, that's That's a reasonable effect. Sort of.
Yeah, that's really good actually.
Yeah, if a monster is normal special summon to his own opponent, link monster points to while it's on your field. Summon Tindangle monster from your hand or deck. Okay, so Tindangle.
If they have decode, they can lose.
Yeah, Tindangle. Oh, this is level 5. Okay.
Yeah,
Tindangle base garden is not awful. Like if what I think this deck wants to do is actually what it does.
It seems to just special a bunch of monsters like face down, really.
Tindangle Hound.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, Tindangle Hound. This is a level 7 flip monster.
What? And his flip effect is the worst flip effect I've ever read.
Yeah, and then it's
This is your masterpiece out, basically, for the
you can
archetype.
target one set monster on the field. And then its other effect is the worst effect I've ever read. Also, this is 2 of the worst effects I've ever read.
So they all
Yeah.
they all trigger, I think, when they like flip, and they all trigger when they are destroyed by battle or card effect.
Okay, well,
Target
if
one set monster on the field changes the face of an Okay, that's
you know what, if the Shadal deck didn't play Hound, so
yeah, this is actually just a worse Hound.
it's just Hound. Yeah, it's just stay true to his
Tindangle
name.
Apostle.
Ooh,
This card looks interesting. I
it
guess.
looks fine.
You can change the 3 set monster. Okay, so if this card resolves, you win. Yeah, if this card resolves, you win the game.
Okay,
But I feel like if you've ever if you have 3 set Tindangle monsters, I think you're doing what you want to do anyway.
Well, that's the thing. It's back to the trap card,
I'm
right?
actually,
It's like
I'm
really
actually
easy to
not
get 3 set
sure.
monsters.
After saying it out loud, you win. I'm actually not sure adding 3 Tindangle monsters does anything because they are just all flip monsters.
yeah, I don't know if getting
Like-
advantage is
Like
getting
if you
advantage
flip
here.
this and you flip 3 Tindangles and then you search three Tindangles, I'm pretty sure the 3 Tindangles that you just searched, like you can't do anything with.
Base Gardener you can use, and then
Oh, fun.
And then it gets flip monsters that won't be face down or that can't flip that turn.
Okay,
I think.
I think we're
I don't
spending
know.
too much time on bad cards.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think this card is powerful. Whether or not it ends up actually doing anything, like if my opponent flips that on me, I'll be like, wow. So like that's like this is like Tindangle Apostle is why you'd play the deck.
All right, let's read Intruder.
Like basically, yeah, Tindangle Intruder.
So their flip effect.
Add a Tindangle. Okay, so this just flip. Add
this is the
a
best one
Tindangle
so far.
card. Yeah, that's just fine. And then when it's normal summon, send it to Tindangle. Okay, that's just fine. Like that's just 2 okay effects.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is good. This one is very good. This is the best one
It's
by
yeah,
far.
it's
It actually
it's a
just-
fine card for garbage archetype. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
This is actually just like has 3 reasonable effects that are like
It's just
usable.
a 6-star.
But it's level 6. But sure.
I don't think the level matters because it is quite easy to get them face down anyway.
Yeah.
And it searches
Yeah.
any Tindangle cards, which is the spell and trap.
Yes.
So that's something to
Yeah.
consider. as
Are there
well.
any Tindangle spell and traps?
Yeah.
Oh,
there's,
right.
Two,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think they have 2 field spells,
just-
a trap, and something else.
You have 2 field spells?
Okay, there might be a
Something
potential.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Every time
Alright.
there's a field spell for an archetype, it's just
All right.
somehow becomes
So one
good.
thing I'll say about the Mech Knight Blue Sky.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
they didn't
interesting.
change the name. They only changed the name of one of them. So the Mech Knights.
Oh, that looks awesome.
The Mech Knights are interesting, but I don't think they will ever be competitively viable.
It's a psychic. Let me read this. I'll tell you that.
So.
If 2 or more cards in the same column, oh yeah, you're right. Not gonna be level. Yep. Not gonna read
And
anymore.
every single one, every single
Just has
Mech
that
Knight
clause?
says if 2 or more cards are on the same column as someone's card from your hand.
So every
So
one of them
if
says that
you-
you can just stop reading.
So if you go
Immediately.
first, the only way you can summon any of these is if you put cards on your opponent's field. So
Yeah.
if you don't draw Grinder Golem, you cannot summon a Mech Knight if you go first.
Okay.
Which is fine, because like maybe it's like just a blind second deck or something. I don't know.
And if it's a blind second deck, then like if it ever becomes a 4 in the meta, your opponent just needs to not do that.
Yeah, like
Um,
if you're like so if it becomes
Which is why it can't become a
so
force in the
in
meta.
theory
It's a
let's
self-fulfilling-
just say that this deck becomes ridiculous. This deck becomes like the tier 0, like it is the best deck ever created, whatever. You win the or your opponent wins the roll and they say you go first. So they are playing Mech Knights. You draw your hand, you say go.
And they
If they did
lose.
not draw Grinder Goal, they are also saying go. Now you have a battle phase, and your deck does not need to draw Grinder Golem, or does not need your opponent to have cards to do anything, and you just kill them.
Yeah.
So there's by design.
It can't
I
be good
don't-
on principle. It can be a rogue deck that upsets one
Principle.
event tops,
Yes.
and then once it's respected, it'll be awful.
Yeah, like by design, I don't think it is possible for this deck, like by it, unless they get a bunch of Mech Knight support cards that are like summon this card and summon a token to your opponent's field in the same column.
Yeah.
And even then, you're just going to be giving your opponent tokens for like link summons, which
Black
is
Garden.
whatever. But like,
yeah, that's not good.
Like you can't play them by themselves, basically. Like you just, yeah. I know like they all, this one is like you can add a Mech Knight monster. Or up to 2 if they have 2 cards they control. But like once this deck becomes
is this their first wave of support or their second?
Yeah, this is their first wave. If this deck becomes like playable, then like so this one says add Mech Knights up to the number of cards your opponent controls in this card's column. So when does this set become legal? February 2nd. So starting February 2nd.
This Friday,
yeah.
So
sure.
After that
so,
is Friday.
And then it comes,
February 2nd, yeah.
Yeah, so starting February 2nd, you just don't place 2 of your cards in the same column.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. Like actually, like if you like, I will say this is an impressive archetype in that it kills the T set. You now have to L set. But other than that, like that's pretty. That's
I'm
pretty
still
cool.
T setting.
That's pretty cool.
Of course you are telling.
Like yeah,
they better
like,
have it.
Yeah, like that's pretty cool that this deck might change the game. That T setting is a misplay, but other than that, like this is a deck that is pretty much entirely dependent on your opponent misplaying, like or being careless with how they play their cards, which is
the same thing. Which
is interesting. Like maybe that's enough. People are pretty bad at this game, like generally speaking. So.
But like maybe there's some like components where like you can play like I don't know some generic normal summon engine with it, and you can like normal summon something and then put a card underneath it like a spell, and then start going off maybe or.
But no, because you have to play it in the same column as 2 cards. So if you have a monster and a spell, you can't play it.
To that column. All right. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So you have to have something in your extra monster. Okay. So read chat. Yes. Like I'm reading chat, but like those are not viable. Those are not like competitively viable like solutions. Playing it with somebody's like you put a guy in your extra monster zone and then set a back row. It's like all right, now you're down to like 3 cards. Like this is just not like you played a card to make an extra deck monster, maybe even 2 cards to make an extra deck monster. Then you like set a spell, or set a whatever,
just to summon
and
your
then
guy.
Mechanite, the blue one is the best one, and it only searches if your opponent has cards. So that doesn't even do anything if you go first. Like the problem is that this deck on its own doesn't do anything. Like none of these cards do anything on their own going first, unless you draw like Grinder Golem, which if we get Security Dragon, then like this is just a Grinder Golem deck, which like. You can just be playing anything else because you drew Grinder Golem.
Yeah, exactly.
If you resolve Grinder Golem, then you're drawing 4 cards. Like it doesn't matter what deck you're playing at that point. Like you will be doing what you want.
Yeah, this seems worse than Magic Bullets, which is pretty bad.
Yes.
So that's my comment on this one.
Like it's just like none of this seems competitively viable. Like I'm sure like you can take this to a local, you can take this to a regional and find something to do something with, but like I do not see this deck going 13-2 at a YCS. Like, I don't see this deck like winning an event or like even really top. I don't see this deck going like 8-2 at an event. Like, there's just so many things. There's just not enough. It doesn't do enough on its own.
Okay, let's see what else we have.
So I think that like I know that all the Mech Knights do something different, but I think they all have the same inherent flaw that I'm not going to read through all of them.
Yeah. Ooh, World Legacy.
Okay, World Legacy. Something search this. I think like
yeah.
I don't know what. I think one of the World Chalice like
the good one searches.
The cup can vanish from grave.
Yeah, the cup can vanish from grave to like search this. So unaffected by activated effects from any monster special summon from the extra deck.
Okay, so all monsters.
Okay, except Sleeper.
Oh, you're right. Sleeper Masterpiece. Darn
it. Yeah, except Sleeper Masterpiece. You cannot target your World Legacy cards in this card's column with card effects. So that's, I guess, if you have a World Legacy continuous trap, which there are some in this set, I'm pretty sure. It comes from a bunch of card effects. During semi-phase, if this card's in your river, pay 1,000 life points, special summon this card. Then you're... Oh. Okay, so that started out really good, and then it said, then your opponent can special summon a monster from their hand or graveyard.
Yeah.
And then it got a lot worse.
Yeah.
So, I don't think this is a card that... It's also just level 6.
It's like a weird, like, pseudo towers that lets your opponent special summon.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't think this is good. I don't see where this fits into anything really.
It's another
but
fun
maybe,
search target for the deck. But
Yeah.
that's
Okay. This was like another
Mythical
archetype.
Beast archetype.
Mythical beasts.
Mythical Beasts.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
The
down.
only thing I know about these is that they're pendulum monsters, but I don't actually know what they
Whoa,
do.
that's
So
just
they're
This looks
that's
cool.
the Gazelle
basically,
guy.
as a TLDR, as a whole archetype, they're reliant on gaining lots of counters and activating lots of
That's cool.
spells to get multiple
cool.
counters to resolve effects, basically.
All right.
Okay.
Is there like, I know this is gonna be like maybe a dumb question, but like, I'm not gonna ask like, is this deck good in Japan? But like, is there even like a build that is like agreed upon to be playable in Japan?
I have absolutely no
Like,
idea. I've seen
okay,
it on
yeah, I
YGORG
was
Pro
like,
Meta a
is-
few times.
Is there, is there some like nut card that I'm not aware of that makes this
They
broken
have a
with spell
decent
counter? Some
boss
ridiculous spell
monster.
counter. It's like Royal Magical Library. Can you do that? Is that
I don't think a
thing?
spell counter deck is viable unless it's 2013 and you're protecting Jogging with them.
Yeah, that's could be possible.
They have like
but-
a decent like what's it called? Like sort of boss monster. Apparently, you can play them with Zephyras. But I mean,
Oh,
I
that's
haven't,
cool.
I haven't seen
Okay.
it do anything over there.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of cool Zephyr cards. So like, that's definitely possible. I believe that statement.
Should we read for them?
Yeah, I mean, like, so this one, I'm pretty sure the pendulum. I'm pretty sure I think they all have the same pendulum effect, or all have a very similar pendulum effect. Of you can, so I guess this is interesting in that it's a spell counter deck where the monsters are also spells.
Oh, that's fun.
So you can actually get spell counters like pretty consistently. So like this guy, I guess you play it, and then each time a spell is activated, it plays a spell counter, and then you play one of your other pendulum scales, and then it gets a spell counter. Then the pendulum scales, I think, say you can destroy them and then give us something a spell counter. So you get 2 spell counters for each pendulum scale. And this one says you can spell summon a mythical beast effect monster from your deck if you have 3 spell counters. So I'm gonna just quickly look
That's
through.
a pretty strong effect, but what's the best thing we can summon?
Yeah, let's see. Do they all have the same effect?
I think the best one
Oh
to
no,
summon
they all
with it
they
is
actually all have
Jackal
different
King.
pendulum effects.
Or
They actually all have different pendulum effects.
Hmm.
So they all have a pendulum effect that requires you to have no cards in your other pendulum zone. So this one says. So this one is, I guess, the Garudna is Archfiend eccentric.
Nice.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Okay, these are a lot more involved. When your opponent normally summons a monster, you can remove 3 spell counters from your field. First, summon this card from your hand, then return the monster your opponent summoned to the hand.
Oh wow, Kieran's back.
Each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card when that spell resolves.
are you on King Jackal just now?
No, I was on Garuda. Oh, is King Jackal the big one?
Yeah,
Or
I
is
think
it-
he's the
Yeah, that's King Jackal. Oh, he's ultra. He's ultra
He's
rare.
ultra?
Oh, he's got to be good.
Okay, so they're all 4 scales so far.
You have no cards in your other pendulum zone. You can
Okay,
destroy this card.
this card's pretty good. Okay, so this one is interesting. So I guess you play your other
Sure,
ones,
spell cards
and then you
activate
use
places.
their effects to blow them up and put them in the extra deck. And this one basically lets you bop it to summon one from your face-up extra deck. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's actually really
Oh,
good.
this one gets 2 spell counters whenever a spell is activated.
And its cost is banishing 2 spells.
Once
Kinda
returned
too,
upon
so
access monster effect. Wow,
yeah, it's
that's
not,
pretty good.
It's
Okay.
not even obnoxious where you get 2 and you have to use 3.
Yeah,
it's
this
just like you
one's-
can use
Yeah,
it.
this one just gives you 2, and you just okay, so then negates monster effects. But
That's
this
quite
one's
good.
level 6, so I'm not.
Well, it's a
and-
pendulum deck.
Well, all of them have been scale 4 so far.
Trust.
So trust. I'm
Trust.
pretty sure they're all going to be scale 4.
They are all scale 4s.
That is upsetting.
Well,
Okay, I'm just gonna. So how are? I guess you actually have to tribute summon that one. So how are you summoning? Okay,
Just play
this one
Monolith.
involves So I'm just looking at Medusa. This one just involves modifying attack. That's really bad.
yeah, it's never
Um,
good.
Okay, so this one summons a monster that you can place a spell counter on from your graveyard.
Really, Breaker is bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say Breaker, but unfortunately, these are all pendulum monsters, so they don't really go to the graveyard. So you have to play some other outside cards. So like, yeah, you can summon Breaker, like break a back row, do something with it, put it in grave, and then this can pop itself to bring Breaker back, and then it also puts a spell counter on Breaker,
Wait, hang
which
on.
like seems very like in 2018 that actually is not impressive at all.
Can't you put a spell counter on every card?
Yeah.
No.
What's
cannot.
a card you can't?
Unless
I thought there was like a spell
No.
card that was like, when the card.
No.
Like,
no. There's a
so there's like an archetype of cards that like can only have spell counters on, like Breaker.
Yeah, there's like a
and,
field spell that like lets you
Marking
add
Morph
counters
guy.
or something.
Yep. Unless a card's effect text involves counters,
Hmm.
you cannot put a spell counter on it.
What
Unless I mean, There might be some spell that's like put a spell counter.
Yeah.
And
So-
I'm actually pretty sure even that one says on a
choose a
monster,
monster that
you
can
can
have
put
one.
spell counters on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So okay.
So apparently you're supposed to use the level 1 guy to special out
Level
the
1?
Beast King Jackal.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that does make sense. You use the little jackal to get the big jackal. Okay, that makes sense. But
Pendulum
still,
Paradox
so
is really good in this deck
so
as well.
this seems like which one is that? Which one is Paradox?
Paradox is the one that target 2 cards in your extra with the same scale and add them to your hand, so you can keep.
Okay.
Like,
Oh
using their
yeah,
skill
yeah.
effects, I
But
think.
you have to have no scales to activate that one. But that's fine because all these pendulum scales involve destroying themselves.
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna read the like basilisk. Okay, this one involves drawing a card. That's not bad. Shuffle. Well, sort of. It kind of draws a card.
Kind of draws a card.
Turn one mythical card for pendulums. Okay. These are interesting effects, but I'm just kind of not seeing. Okay. There's actually Mythical Beast Master Cerberus. I didn't say this one. Let's read this one. This is the big one. This is level 8. So you can summon this with the other guy, with the little one also. So let's see. I don't see how this is going to be better than the... Okay, so this one just searches for any of them. That's pretty good. Oh, and then Jackal can just summon... Wait, what? Wait. So you can just activate this one. So if I'm reading this correctly, you can just activate Master Cerberus, destroy it, then add level 7 or lower Mythical Beast effect monster from back to your hand. So you can just add the King Jackal, and then the King Jackal, you can just activate it, destroy it, and then summon, and then just summon him back. Is that like, am I wrong? Like that's what that does?
As long as you have the extra monster zone, it seems like it. Yeah.
Oh, it uses your extra monster zone. Okay, that's still fine. That's still fun. That's like, and this one is each time a spell card is activated, place 2 counters on this card when that spell resolves. Can be destroyed by card effects, whether 4 or more spell counters are on your field. What? Okay, this is pretty good. This actually, I was not thinking that any single card would make this archetype playable. This just seems fine. Like this just seems, if you just draw this, card. If you just draw Mythical Beast Master Cerberus and just activate it,
You're in
you
a very
pop
good spot
it,
off with just one card.
you just that one card. What?
Yeah.
Okay, that seems pretty good. That seems like
Yeah, that's cute.
you just get a 2800 guy that. This just seems fine. I feel like I have to be missing something.
Turn either, apparently.
I feel like I have to be missing something here. So if you have the little jackal and this one, you can play the little jackal. Then you can play this one. You get a spell counter on the little jackal. You pop this one to get the medium.
Well, you can't destroy it if you have another card in your pendulum zone.
Yeah, you normal summon the little jackal. Then you play this one in your scale. You get a counter on the little jackal. You pop this one. You get like the level 6 or like the medium sized one. You play that, and you get a second counter on the baby jackal.
Mm-hmm.
You pop the medium-sized one to get this one. Then, if you play one scale, you just have 4 counters on your field. Are there any other support cards, or is it just like, are there any like spells, just actual spells, or like actual traps, or is it like
I think
just
there has to be, because like I'm not understanding how you're pendulum summoning in this archetype.
Yeah, I don't think you do pendulum summon in this deck. I actually think this is a pendulum archetype that does not involve summoning, which is interesting. That's the first time they've done that. Okay, these are by far the best cards in this set so far.
What is it?
The mythical.
Oh, the one we just read.
Mythical Beasts.
Okay.
They're by far the best cards.
Well,
so
I
far.
don't think they're competitively viable. Though.
Maybe not. Maybe like I think this is the first one that I think I'm gonna like. I might
because you could just have Ash or Ogre at any point. And they just auto lose. They just normal summon a brick and they try to use the effect and you Ogre it and it's just over.
It just stays in there.
Should we move on to the archetype?
If this gets Ash, it just stays in their pendulum. It just stays in extra.
They can't use any for the rest of the turn.
Oh, that is true.
And if they Ogre it, it's basically the same.
If they
thing.
Ogre, it's different. But yeah, okay. So it loses to Ash. You have Gamma. It's not a monster.
But you have to normal summon to even start the combo.
No, this just alone. You don't have to normal summon. You can just play this
and
activate. Okay, just by playing this in your scale, like summons it. to your monster. Like just playing this in your scale eventually summons this card.
Okay.
So if like Ash is the consideration, you can actually just play Gamma and like you won't get Ogre, you won't get Ash, and if you resolve that, you win.
Okay.
Like that's actually crazy.
It's pretty good. Isn't this the set where the negator is out?
No, that's next set. Okay. So I'm not even convinced this does die to hand traps like everything else. I'm kind of think this
okay,
is
cool.
like,
We'll look into it.
Later.
All right, should we move on to Artifact Mjolnir?
Yeah, for sure. But I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of these. I might try to build this deck. This is yeah.
All right, let's see. Artifact Mjolnir.
These are nuts with Astrograph and Chronograph. That is also true.
Oh, there's an artifact.
I'm definitely a fan of the mythical beast.
Astrograph's good here. Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, artifact. Oh yeah, and you can just make Electromite, right?
I don't know what that does. But...
That just this.
Wait, Calvin, you serious? You know what Electric is?
He does.
I don't read new cards.
I've told him the effect, and he said that's the best card I've ever read, but he doesn't know its name.
I also haven't read it.
Yeah, he also hasn't actually read it, but he knows the effect of it.
But I'm sure I'll remember it when it's brought up.
Yeah.
So the Artifact Mjolnir is basically like every other artifact except it's like Wolf Bark when it's summoned.
Yeah. Artifacts are really cool. I like artifacts.
That's really bad.
Artifacts are Calvin's favorite.
Somebody mentioned playing artifacts this weekend. This does nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think the last line of you cannot summon monsters until the end of the next turn except artifacts makes it like.
Oh, I didn't even read that, and I knew it was unviable.
Okay.
That's just let's just move on.
Okay.
Yeah. I literally
really? You don't think just popping this and then like bringing something back
from your graveyard? How many artifacts? What?
Yeah, probably. Maybe.
Yeah, I was never doing that.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting.
I think this is an interesting card. I don't think it's quite as bad as Calvin says, but I think like we've moved past
Oh, you can combo.
Artifacts.
You can Regeki break your own artifact by discarding an artifact and summon the artifact back. Wow, we're crazy. Konami's good.
Yeah, like I think we've moved past artifacts being like viable.
All right, and Grappler is
when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack and target one monster in your grave or special defense. Okay, that's like this is just pack filler. Like that's a card. That's just a card that exists but will not be played ever by anyone for any reason.
Oh, it's a tuner.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a tuner. Okay, still unfortunately.
Okay.
Flip. You can draw a card. Oh, Dark World. You can just draw a card, then discard one. Dark World's back.
So this is
it's a better morphine jar.
Better Deslakuda?
It's a better morphine jar.
Shut up. Okay.
Oh,
you
the
proc
Power
your Silva.
Fucking Dekoichi.
Yeah, they did.
Power creep well, draw a card, discard a card is worse than draw a card.
Not always.
Ah, but you can recycle it. Wait, Dekoichi does that anyway. Fine, ignore me. What is this
target
artwork,
one?
though? Jesus.
Face up monster you control, banish it.
Oh, yeah, that's very
the old card. Yeah, let's move on to this new one. This seemed cool.
Yeah.
This next one seems like it banishes itself, which is a mechanic I like.
So DD Pursuer. Quick effect. Target one phase of monster you control. Banish it until the end phase of the next turn. Oh, so this is just Wind Up Rabbit.
They just Power Crap Strike Ninja.
They Power Crap Wind Up Rabbit.
They actually it's just 100 attack points stronger.
They actually
it's still 3-star, and it can target another. It can blank another monster too. Yeah, this is the most absurd card I've ever read.
But it can't be tankied for. So that's the.
So what
you can
use this with?
It's psychic, so you can. I don't know.
You can actually e-tally.
Oh no, there's another psychic card type where like if they get banished, stuff happens. So you can just automatically proc that.
Right.
Yeah.
Not that that's good right now, but
not that that's like
archetype. I think the weather triggers off of being banished.
Card. Like that. Yeah, it's definitely a cool card.
It's like a lot of the pack filler cards are like, why did they print this?
Is that a hard once per turn on that?
Yes.
Okay, so you can't levy or loop it.
Yeah. So like most of the pack filler cards, like, you know, the two that we just read, like the level 1 guy and then like the flip guy are just like, why did they make this card? But this card is like, I understand why it exists.
Yeah,
it just isn't, you know, it's not super great, but I understand why it exists.
What is this guy? Is that a unicorn?
Mikuratori.
Oh, that's not a unicorn.
This is interesting. It gains different effects based on which zone it's in.
That's crazy.
I don't think this will be like.
No, hang on.
This is not going to be played.
Hang on. Leftmost, you get. Oh, rightmost, this card can what? If so, you have them all three at once. You can just kill them.
Dude, how do you what? You can't do that.
You underestimate my power. Let's see. Can I be targeted by other cards? This card's called. Oh, that's fun. The other one is if your opponent. It's just a Denko for your opponent if they ever summon something in the other. So this could be at best be a side deck card. It's kind of cool, actually.
No, this is terrible. It is in it's the zone it's in.
Monsters in this card's column cannot activate their effects.
Yes,
it's just Denko.
If you put it in the
if your opponent has Buster and you just land this on the board, it's just a better kaiju.
Okay,
But you have to rely on your
so-
opponent putting a card in a certain location.
Well, it is linked. It is the other is in line with the extra monster zone.
Mhm.
So that is Calvin technically has a point there.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can just
yeah.
kill them.
So, all right, this card beats ABC. We did
Yes.
it. Good job, guys.
You're retired.
I'm great.
Calvin.
Good job, boys.
Yeah.
ABC is nothing now.
All right, Dismania
Okay. All right, we gotta go. I'm gonna try to go a little bit faster now. We spent too much time on the
Whoa, this is
Mech
cute.
Knights.
This card shows monster from a battle. You can stop reading. It's never gonna happen. All right.
Okay, yep, just pack filler. Not good.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Anything with that clause is unplayable.
Yeah. Data trans avatar.
Clue
walk-
effect. You can send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Cost. Move that target to another zone of your. Oh, it's a hand trap. So you
Ooh.
can stop them from like over. You can stop them from like making proxy dragon.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
can move. Okay, that
That
in
can-
some.
I
Very
think as a side deck card, you
specific-
might be able to make World Chalice unplayable.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty
So
much.
you
It's
side
just
deck
one hand
copies of
trap
that,
for
they
a
just
World
can't
Chalice.
win.
Yeah.
That's actually
That's
kinda
really
cool.
fun. That's actually a really funny card. Is that common?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
Well,
a
we don't know
shame.
what it is in here yet, but it's
Right.
probably common.
Inspect border.
Inspect border. Wow, that's a.
I'm gonna say that's the best card
That's
we
a
ever read
nice
so far.
double on.
What's
That's
the
a
one?
nice wordplay there on its
Inspect border. Oh boy.
name. Yeah, board. 'Cause
He's boarding
he's,
it.
He's on a board. Yeah. Haha.
Can be normal summon while your opponent while you control a monster.
Number of monster
Okay.
card types on the field.
What?
Ooh.
Can activate up to the number of.
What? So if you just summon this, they just can't activate.
Can only attempt to activate monster effects up to. So it's at minimum 1,
Wait, what?
right?
No, if you just normal summon this, your opponent. It's just Majesty's Fiend.
Hang on. Each turn, each player can only attempt to activate monster effects up to the number of monster card types on the field.
Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Exceeds, Pendulum, and Link.
Up to. So if you have a
If you just summon it, you just normal summon it, and it's just Majesty's Fiend.
what?
That's
Hang on, no, that's
fucking-
not right.
That is right.
Up to the number of
Yes, I am right.
not including just effect monster.
No, Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Exceeds, Pendulum, and Link.
This is insane.
This is- what? What? What is this card?
Inspect border is crazy.
Is it
What is
terrible
this?
against Pendulum because they can use scales? Does that count?
Yeah, no, they can use spell cards.
Yeah,
still. They can still dark hole
they
it and
can
stuff.
use. Yeah. It's just Majesty's Fiend. So like it's just a level 4 2000. Like then you also can't activate any more monster effects
Yeah, you can't
that
play.
turn, and you can't summon this card when we even control a monster. So it's basically like you just summon it when you have no monsters. I mean,
Yeah,
it's, like,
it's a demise card for sure.
yeah, it's pretty much
But a welcome
you
one.
summon it. Oh, and if you and it actually interesting said Demise, if you summon this, they can't ash you.
There's no way.
Yeah. All right. This card is maybe ridiculous.
Yeah, that
Like,
card's insane.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool card. This is definitely like no, because it doesn't count affect monster. It
counts
says-
specifically.
It says specifically
Ritual
Ritual,
Fusion.
Fusion, Synchro, Seize, Pendulum, and Link.
That's what it considers a type of monster.
If you just normal summon this, then neither player can activate monster effects.
You can't even use your vanillas.
Yeah. So you play this and you set 4 back row, and then hope you don't get evenly matched. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is just lose to evenly matched deck. But this is a cool card. This is definitely one of the better cards.
Yeah,
See, this
super
is,
powerful.
This is not pack filler. This is like a actual like powerful card that like
Yeah, that was exciting.
yeah, that was a fun card to read.
All right,
Okay.
what do we have next?
Overticks Coac. Oh, this card is ridiculous.
It looks cool. It
I know
looks
what
like a
this one
guy of the
does.
Fierce Knight.
I know this one is. This one is ridiculous.
Can we read this?
Special it by
Yes.
shuffling 5 banished, and then you can negate.
Have you
that trap
dinosaurs
by-
in
Yeah.
your
So
deck? When am I
after
ever
you-
having that?
Miscellaneous sword.
It's that one.
Okay. Well, you have 11 cards to search it.
Anyway, I keep reading. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you can destroy one dinosaur monster in your hand. So you also have to have one of those.
Baby Ceratosaurus.
Okay. Negate that and destroy that. That's pretty good. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add. If this card is sent, so it's Dandelion. Oh, by card, yeah, it's Dandelion. What? You could add one evolution pill from your deck to your
And there's an
hand?
evolution pill that
This is
that
good.
And there's an evolution pill that like summons this one from your deck, for like basically for free.
Wait, the first effect isn't once per turn? Oh, it is once
Yeah,
per
it
turn.
is, it is,
Okay,
yeah.
it says it in the weird order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know this card is nice.
So is
This
there a
card
way to
is.
summon this without actually like having it like draw and then shuffle away 5?
I'm
banished?
sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's fun.
there's an evolution pill.
Evolution pill can summon it
Oh,
straight.
here, yeah. I'm just gonna look up like you can summon it with evolution pill. With I think it's I think it's Ultra Evolution Pill. No, that's the really old
I
one.
think one of them does ignore summoning conditions or something. Well, it has to, because that's how you summon Tyrannus with it, right?
Yeah, that's just an anime card. Okay, which one is it?
Yeah, ultimate
Double
evolution.
double evolution pill. Double
Ooh.
evolution pill. Banish one dinosaur monster and one non-dinosaur monster from your hand or graveyard. So you banish a dinosaur and like a hand trap,
Maxi.
or you banish a dinosaur and like a true king. You know, a worm. Summon one level 7 or higher dinosaur monster from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions.
Wow.
So
That is great.
you summon this guy who searches another one. Like Armageddon is a 1-card ultimate conductor with overtech. You summon Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight. Send this guy, and he triggers to search double evolution pill.
And then you contribute.
And then you
Armageddon
double
Knight, which
evolution
is,
pill, banishing. And
it
no,
itself.
from your hand and or graveyard, it doesn't do field. Never
So
mind.
it's awful.
That's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a real thing.
We were lied to.
Unfortunately, close, but not quite. When Armageddon Knight dies, it is. But yeah, so I remember reading this card and being like, this card is nuts, and then this card is in fact nuts. So
Yeah, that's pretty good.
that's good.
Dinosaurs are good.
Yeah. So yeah, this card's very good. This is a very good card. That's
I actually
basically all I
rewatched Jurassic World today, so that was.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh, Contacting Sea looks good.
Yes.
Oh,
Contacting Sea. I'm pretty sure this card is
Sea.
awful.
Whoa!
Sorry to-
Contact. We require contact.
Okay, this card seems really bad.
Your opponent normal special is so far so good. Except during this damage step, you can special this card from your hand to your opponent's side of the field. Okay, it's flying sea. Or Strategic sea. Sorry. If you would fusion, synchro, or
Oh, what the hell? They could just link it.
use.
Yeah, they can just link it.
Yeah, that's maybe the worst card I've ever read.
Well, if they have exactly 2 spiral monsters, then they can't make Helix if you give them this. But
That's cute.
they
I actually
probably
think that's really
doesn't
cute. Yeah.
yeah, that's just yep. So that's technically a thing.
Yeah, that might be a thing one day sometime.
Maybe. If BA exists again,
Oh, no.
this is just Flying Sea
Flying Seas at 6.
that they can't make Cherubini with. What
Yeah.
was your demise pun earlier? What did you say? I missed it. Did you mean to make a pun about
Yeah,
demise?
if I made a pun, it was definitely intentional. I'm just
Okay.
trying to throw a second agent point.
Oh, wait.
I'm thinking.
Why is Overraptor? Overraptor is also not a 1-card ultimate conductor with. Okay, I'm just confused now. Everyone is confusing me. Anyway, I would like to know what Calvin's What Calvin's
It might go back to
okay.
me.
So
What's this guy?
Xcode Talker.
Oh, Xcode
2
Talker.
plus. Okay, so my
2
rule,
plus Cyberse monsters
my
unplayable.
rule reading cards in Yu-Gi-Oh is read it until you know the conditions cannot be fulfilled. And I just saw 2 plus Cyberse monsters.
Yeah.
And am inclined to not read it further.
And we will not. Moving on.
That is. So,
That's a game state that will never
yes,
exist.
that is.
Um,
Well, no,
aren't
Link
some
Spider
of the
plus
Link
Proxy
monsters-
Dragon.
Link
Link
Spider,
Spider
plus
Proxy Dragon.
Yeah,
I
nice
think
scapegoat.
Link Spider is Cybers. I actually
It
don't
is.
know.
It is.
Oh, a demise card to be sure, but a welcome one.
Oh. All right. Yeah.
I don't
okay.
get that. I don't see how that's a pun, but it's fine.
It was good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's also its arrows are terrible. Its arrows are pathetic.
Mm. When this card's linked summon, you can choose the unused main monster zones. You will deliver them. Yeah, this is not good.
This is just does nothing. This card just doesn't have an effect.
All right.
This card just doesn't. Okay. Anyway,
Can we please next time just stop?
Okay. I think. Okay, everyone.
Underclock
I'm ready
Talker,
for some. I'm ready for some memes in chat. I actually
Okay.
think Underclock Taker is the best card in the set.
May I do the honors? I've never read it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read the conditions. So
Yes.
2 effect monsters. Okay, it's really good.
No, and then left arrow, bottom arrow. That's all you need to know. The effect is irrelevant.
That's so good.
It could have no effect.
That's amazing. Yeah, I haven't read it yet, but
This
that's
is
really
like-
good. What? It's
this
just
is-
ABC. You just killed it.
This is like I actually think this is the best card in the set, or
It's
rather,
a better proxy dragon.
rather it will be like the most in the short term, and maybe even in the long term. It will be. I guess in the long term, I think it will be one of the most like impactful cards of the set.
It's
like,
a crush card target too.
It is the first.
What the fuck, Calvin? Like that was your first like thought.
Okay, it is the first generic. I'm
It's
going
a
to say
BLS target.
two effect monsters is generic.
Hang
Yes,
on.
yes, you can't stop. Yes, you can't make it with Gofu. You can't make it with Scapegoat. But like, it's the first Link 2 that is so easy to make that just points down. That's such a simple effect. Like that is such a simple effect. But like we don't have that yet. This makes Destrudo insane.
Yeah. ABC can
This makes Inspiral and an ABC without a generic link 2 that points down.
Oh my gosh.
You need Quick Fix, Destrudo, discard 2. You need Quick Fix, Ravine, discard 2 cards, and your Quick Fix gets banished.
Ryan.
With this, it's just Quick Fix, Ravine, 1 discard, and your Quick Fix stays in your graveyard. It is so much better.
If we're playing this many Destrudos for the Ancient Fairy loop, we can conscientiously play Gateway of Chaos with our 1 set rotation and main BLS because this is a dark and we're using it with.
Gateway of Chaos cannot search BLS.
Isn't that what it does?
It searches Gaia.
What?
Yeah.
Is there a card that does?
Okay, Code Talker is not out yet, so that doesn't matter. Sorry, someone was like, Code Talker's better. Like, there's Code Talker. That card is not out. It does not matter. This card is
great.
This card comes out in.
This is the best card I've ever read.
Yeah, this is. I actually think this is like for right now. This is I actually think like the best for sure in the core 80 card set. This is the best card in the set, which is like maybe a little pathetic that the set is so bad. This is the best card. I don't know.
Well,
all right, well, let's move on. I'm definitely playing this.
No, I mean, like yes, like Electrum is definitely more like powerful, but like when you think about how many
applications, I guess.
Okay, think about how many decks play Proxy Dragon.
Yeah.
Like,
I see what you're saying. It's like way more like
most scenarios. This is just a better Proxy Dragon.
Yeah.
Like this card is just—it's such a simple effect, and like it's just.
I haven't even read its effect yet. I've kind of just been phased out by the.
I haven't either.
Well, no, I didn't. I don't mean it's monster. I meant just a simple card of just like 2 effect monsters down left is just super good.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it actually has an effect that like might come up. It's like you make your opponent's monster lose attack. Yeah,
it's all right.
It could have just been a vanilla, and I still would have said it was the best card in the set. So the fact that it actually has an effect. All right, so. Vector Square Archfiend. I will say the link arrows on this card give me chest pains.
What the fuck? That's so bizarre. By the way, is Underclock
like, do you see? Like, do you agree with me? Like, this makes me uncomfortable.
I don't know.
Like the placement of these link
Cyberse.
It probably is. It's either Cyberse or Machine. I don't like how they make so many types that are so similar that like. You just can't tell anymore.
It is Cyberse. Okay, so that could be relevant maybe with like.
Yes. And is Link Spider? Did we establish if Link Spider was? Okay.
It is.
So Jubal Cyber, when the card starts playing by battle summons a river, tribute 1 monster the card points to. Special summon destroy monster to either player's zone. This card points to. Okay, so this is just Goyo. That's pretty good. Well, you tribute a monster. It's 2+ Cyberse, and you tribute a monster,
so
but it's technically Goyo, kind of.
It's a worse Borreload.
It's like a worse.
That is true. Borreload is actually just already Goyo. So
next,
Landfo Link. Okay, Landfo Link isn't out yet. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if these cards are better. It doesn't matter.
This is what it's like to stream and be a YouTuber, by the way.
We also just don't know. We also just don't know. I mean, he says it's not out yet, but like we also just don't know that card because it's in a structure deck, and that structure deck is like getting skipped. We're getting like the next one before it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, they've already confirmed we're getting the dark structure deck before the Cyberse one.
Thank God.
So, when we know nothing about the dark structure deck. So Flame Administrator, this is another card whose link arrows give me anxiety.
I like the way.
So, I really.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't like this.
All link monsters you control gain 800.
So it's just 2,000, 2 Cyberse monsters, left, bottom, right. Those arrows are so. Those arrows.
The arrows are pointing in the same way the artwork is pointing.
Wow, that's nice. That's clean.
The arrows just give me anxiety.
Right, next.
Okay, Recovery Sorcerer. This guy looks sick.
Oh,
2 Cyberse.
Why are there
so many Cyber? Yeah, that's Helix arrows. Those are good arrows. It actually has the Underclock Taker arrows.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
We don't have to read this. It just
Yeah, it's just very bad. Okay, great. That's
this
awful.
is good, right?
That's awful. I don't.
Ooh, you can make this with Link Spider.
What does Security Garden do?
You can make this with Link Spider. Oh yeah, you can make this with Link Spider. It cannot be used as a link material. All right, we're done.
Oh yeah, we are done. Next.
Well, it's
It also points right.
It's
so if you just use it with Link Spider, it just is.
I'll tell you what though, it's actually if Burn ever becomes good, this is an okay side card.
Okay, that's true.
You may, I guess.
That's true, sort of.
You just put one.
You just make it with Link Revo or with Link Spider. Okay, that's a fair point. 3 burst blast drag. This is just a gun.
I like it.
Okay, this artwork is not going to be
no,
the same.
Ryan, you didn't read it.
This artwork is not going to be the same.
Ryan, go back and read it.
Go back and read it.
Two monsters.
2 plus monster. It's a link 3.
Oh, it's just a worse decode.
Yeah, I actually just realized, like, maybe I was late to this party, but I realized, like, 3 days ago that Decode Talker is just, like, the best card ever. It just has 3,800 attack for no reason.
Yeah, it's just started.
Like, they just die. Like, I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day, and I'm like, Decode is... I was like, when I saw Decode was, like, the ulti in the OTS pack, I was like, why would they do that? It's going to get power crept, and I'm just like, that card can never get power. If that card gets power crept, we have bigger problems.
This card's really good. 3 Burst Dragon's okay. It's like if Armades is ever necessary in the format, then this guy's like gonna be relevant. So it's okay.
Good intercept when a spell trap or monster is activated, you can negate it. Oh wow, that's not.
Yeah,
that is good. That is very good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
And piercing doesn't really matter that much, but it just does piercing also. It's just randomly.
Whoa, this next line is crazy.
Not really.
It's a bit slow.
It's not the turn. Yeah, it's very slow. But yeah, it's like a pseudo Armades and just 20. Yeah, that's not bad. That's definitely like a playable card.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, Tindangle. Is this the guy that the Tindangle?
Ooh, Cerebrus.
Yeah, 3
Oh, his
Tindangle,
arrows are nice.
0
monsters.
attack.
He's decode.
He has good arrows.
He's
Yeah.
decode. 3 Tindangles, give you 3 more decode.
This card gains 3,000 attack. Okay.
Well, reverse trap is good.
One Tindangle. Okay, I don't know what summoning a Tindangle token does, but I'll assume that does something for the deck. Oh, you tribute it
Well, you
for
can
the
just
base
make
card.
things with Tindangle in the
That's
name.
cool. Okay, so that's a good that's a fine link monster.
Another Altergeist.
Altergeist. Okay, the Altergeists are all unplayable, and I'm convinced that I actually know in the next set, Altergeists are getting like a tour guide, but that's not out yet.
Ooh.
So it is impossible to summon 2 Altergeist monsters currently. It is not possible in Yu-Gi-Oh to have 2 Altergeist monsters on your field.
So you can't make this card.
It is literally not possible.
Oh yeah, so next.
So next set it will be possible, and this card might do something. It seems okay, but right now not possible to summon. So we're just gonna move on.
The Jack of Worlds.
Jack Knight of Worlds. This is the Mech Knight Link monster. That is very good arrows.
Wow, that has the best arrows of any card I've seen.
Oh, and that sucks. So its effect is reliant on it not pointing to anything, and it has the best arrows ever conceived.
Okay.
So
That's pretty bad.
yeah, that is pretty bad.
All right.
Skull D
Looks cool though.
is just absurd.
Oh, is this the? Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, everyone should know what this card does. This
Saturday
card is, this card.
Cal doesn't know.
Yeah,
monsters are different, so it's
this is the
Borderlo.
one. This is the one that draws 4. This is the
Borderlo,
one that you
this card
grind
gains
into
effects
this.
based on the number of monsters that are used.
Just read 4. Just read 4.
2+. So it gains effects, so you can get all of them, right?
Just read 4. Yes.
So the monster's normal spawn points to. Okay, that doesn't matter. Once per turn, you can special one. That's pretty good. It's Firewall. 4. Once card link summon, you can draw what?
You can draw what?
What the?
So you draw 4
Yeah.
and then like mulligan back 3.
Yeah.
That is
So
what?
So if we get Security Dragon, which we're not getting in this set, and we might not even get it before the WCCQ,
You can just make
Grinder
this in any deck.
Grinder Golem is a 1 card.
Any card is a 1 card.
If we get Security Dragon, Grinder Golem is a 1 card. This
4 BAs is 1 card. This.
For fuck's sake, Calvin.
This is so good.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, this is definitely one of the best cards in the set. Like,
What?
Pretty obviously.
This is one of the best cards in the last 5 years.
yes, I was gonna say that next. This is one of the best. This is probably, I guess, like Firewall Dragon was in Chrono Duelist, and like Borderlo Dragon was in Circuit Break.
Those
Like,
aren't comparable.
This card is ridiculous. This card is very good. So I expect this card to be very, very heavily played in like a lot of decks. Like obviously yada yada yada. This card's good. Everyone knows that. And yeah. That's basically it. Yeah. So Skull Dread is a very good card.
I gotta get one of those.
I'm on to the next one, Ventriloquist Clara.
Okay, this card I don't know why this card exists. Can I be linked to something? It's just 1 normal summon set monster, and you can only do it in phase 2. Like it's this card exists. I don't know. Like this card exists.
Yeah, that's really cute.
All I'm gonna say, this is a card they made.
I like the artwork a lot.
Like that's basic. Like,
that's why it exists. It's just to look at.
It's a card they made. Like that's about all I can say. Okay, do Little Chimera. It's just the fire equivalent of Mrs. Radiant. And,
cool. I'm excited for that.
And Starboy. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Linkage hole.
Linkage hole.
Whoa, it's a spell
Control
card.
link 4 or higher monster. Destroy monsters your opponent controls up to the number of link 3 or higher monsters you control.
Okay, it's never gonna happen.
That's okay. That's like 3 conditions that just don't matter. Like Regeki is legal and so is Dark Hole. So like.
I like how they
Anyway.
made it once per turn, like just in case.
Yeah. Oh, just so you're not abusing it. Yeah. Okay.
Fire
Fire
prison.
prison. Oh my god, there's so many effects.
All dragon monsters on the field gain.
300 defense.
Neither player can link summon a monster with lower link rating than a link monster on the field. Okay, that's a nice little. I mean, that's like basically emptiness.
Than a link monster.
That's just empty.
Yeah. So no. So if there's a link 3 on the field, neither player can make a link 2 or a link 1. Basically.
Monsters can add.
I like how the card effect listing on the wiki is continuous like for all 4 of the effects.
Link monster.
All right, yeah, this isn't very good.
Yeah.
Well,
They gave the active cyber.
if you're playing a
We got 'em.
terraforming deck, can you not just like maybe make a board if you're going first, and then just terraforming for this, and then just that's like a floodgate, like it's like emptiness.
Yeah, it's kind of like emptiness. But
So,
it's
I mean, like,
not
not
really.
It's kind of summon tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I've been reading all of these under the assumption that just it will not be like allowed for me to enter a tournament with spiral cards on my deck list.
Yeah.
But so like that
I
was
mean,
not
just
a
like
good.
in a vacuum, if you think about like in the big picture, like it could maybe have like it could just be like really insane one day if like there is like
Yeah, for sure. I also feel like terraforming is like probably getting hit, like maybe, but then you can play like metaverse. But then if you're gonna do that, you can like metaverse, and you can metaverse this on your opponent's turn, and it negates all their Cybers monsters effects. Like if you're just trying to do that for some reason, if Cybers become like a scourge on the metagame, like that's just a thing.
All right, revolve
Okay,
Blue
next.
sector. All
Yeah.
rockets gain 300. You can only use these effects once per turn. Activate one of these effects.
Oh, this card is super cool.
Is that a
This-
rare?
I really
Revolve
like this card's design. It's
All
a super cool card.
rocket monsters gain stats that don't matter. You can only use the following effect once per turn. You can activate one of these effects. So summon up to 2 rockets from your deck.
No,
hand. That's still good. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, which they will, you can summon rocket monsters from your graveyard. Up to the surplus.
Yeah,
That's
so
a nice word.
it's sort of like soul charge. If you're losing, it's like soul charge. Which
Yeah.
is like I think that's good.
And if
game
you're not
design.
losing, and if you get to play. That's cute.
Yeah, I think it's a good card design. Eagles protection, 10 Nagle monsters, and your main monster becomes destroyed by battle of your opponent's card effects. Damage Nagle opponent becomes doubled. Destroy one Tangle card, add 1 Nagle special right to your hand. That's really weird.
That's
I'm
actually
just
cute.
gonna
Cool.
Not deal with that. Okay. Euler's Circuit. I feel like the next like 10 of these cards are just gonna be really unplayable.
It's another field spell.
So Tindagle Field Spell. I don't think Tindagles are good.
No.
I'm just gonna not read this card.
No, they're not. They don't
Let's
do
just
anything.
speed this
No,
up.
they're actually really good. Well, I mean, in context,
They are. That's a. Those are some strong words. They're actually really.
they're not
good.
very good, but like
Amazing. Every word you just said is wrong.
Control 3 or more Tindagle monsters. Your opponent's monsters cannot attack. Once returned to your turn phase, you can.
you want to read the
target one Tindagle
banish
monster.
effect. So you can banish this from your grave and discard a Tindangle, and then you can add the same copy of it from your deck to your hand. So like you
Why
want
would I wanna do that?
You want to be searching the trap card basically, and then pitching it
Okay. Oh, okay. That's fair, I
because
suppose.
the trap card's like your soul
World
charge.
Legacy Scars. This is the world. No, this is the sneak peek card. Really randomly, I'm not really sure why. All Mech Knights gain 300 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can discard 1 Mech Knight monster or 1 World Legacy card. Draw a card. That's not awful. That's not awful. You can banish 8 Mech Knight monsters with different names. Stop reading now.
That's never gonna.
That's never. Yeah, that's never gonna.
My sponsor just handed me a tall boy, so this is going to become more interesting.
That's not a tall.
Oh my god! Send your opponent's entire hand an
16
extra deck.
Send your
Yeah.
opponents an extra deck to the graveyard. Okay. Well, if that
Wait, did I miss
happens-
something important?
No,
Okay.
you did not. No, I'm good.
Fuck you.
Key to the World Legacy.
Key the World
Let's
Legacy.
see.
That's a nice one.
When this card's active, you target one of your banished Mech Knight monsters or World Legacy cards added to your hand. Okay. When an opponent's trap card effects active in the same column as Mech Knight monster you control, negate that effect.
Yeah.
Magical
boost.
One of my boxes is better.
Send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then
That's
target
really
1 card in the field. There's spell counters on. Place the 2 spell counters on it. This one just destroy one card effect because you monster from your deck. Okay, so this is for.
It's quick play.
Oh, it even has the mythical beasts in the.
Oh, so it's very
artwork.
clearly.
Yeah. So
This is really
target
good.
1.
That'll be a played card. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is good for the myth. This on its own just makes the Cerberus guy like get 3 counters because it places 2 counters on it
And is a spell card.
and is a spell card. Yeah.
Wait, can you special out the boss monster with this thing?
Basically.
No, with the little one, yeah. The little guy can summon. So if you have that and the little guy, you
Glory of the Noble Knights.
Glory of the Noble Knights. This is my favorite card of the set. Like kind of.
All right, I'll tell you if it's playable or not.
I like
Target
the artwork.
one Noble Knight, not.
Yeah, you get an equip from your deck, and it's cool. Like at spell speed 2. So, yep, that's neat. That would have been nice. What year is it? 4 years ago. Yep. Yeah.
What?
So this card would have been cool 4 years ago.
That was BA format.
No, that was like Fire Fist. +1 Fire Fist. January 2014, +1 Fire Fist. If this card existed in +1 Fire Fist, Noble Knights would have been 10% more playable than they were.
Okay.
And that is not very.
If the equip monster moves from
Yeah.
It's
When
part
an
of the
attack
Guardians, like
involving the equipped monster, place 1 spell counter on this card. The equipped monster gets 5 spell counter on this card. If this equipped monster moves from my okay, that's pretty terrible.
Almost at all times the worst, actually.
This is just pack filler. Pendulum Paradox. So this is the one that's good with the
Add 2
this
face-up
card
pendulums.
is very good with
I don't get why this is playable.
this is good with the Cerberus guys that we read earlier.
But you
They're
have to
all
add them
the
to your
same
extra deck,
scale.
so like,
they
you
all
can't do anything.
they all pop themselves to activate.
Oh, they're all the same scales. Oh, and they're all not hard
and they all
ones
have the
returns.
same- Yeah,
Oh, this is very good.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is pretty good for those. That's a pretty good card.
hatred.
Yeah.
Hey, Trunade.
Hey, Trunade.
I've read this one.
Yep, return all spells traps on the field of graveyard.
So-
okay, there's not really anything to say about that. That's just like
That's
just
really
an
good.
Okay, card.
You can buy out Treasure Map now.
Hey, can you guys? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I did not realize that the mic was picking that up. My bad. We'll be done very soon.
I'm gay.
We'll be done soon, hopefully. Downbeat. This is just transmodify, but the reverse. It just goes down a level.
Passport.
Yeah, target 1 monster, move the. Okay, awful. That's really bad.
That's like an alien sport card.
Yeah. Roll reversal. Swap both players LP.
What?
Your LP must be higher than your opponent's to activate and resolve this effect.
Oh, that's really
Probably
good.
50K with this or something.
Yeah, there has to
I
be.
hope not, but there might be. Oops, I just turned off the stream.
That's definitely good.
Parallel port armor. This is also out. We're skipping it. This came out in the Circuit Breaker Special Edition. I don't know what it does, but I'm skipping it because it's out already and no one
Sign
plays
that
it, so.
refresh.
When opponents, oh my god, this is so much. When an opponent's Cybers monster closes a direct attack,
That's never gonna happen.
An attack. That's not happening. Why are they making Cybers anti-support cards? What is this? Like, what do they think is going to happen?
Yeah, we don't have to read this.
I'm not going to read
it's
that.
probably
I'm
worth
sorry.
Mirror Force.
Sorry,
than
Chad.
Best.
Oh yeah, Mirror Force is at 3. Boral
Boral.
refrigeration.
Oh, this sounds fun. Tribute 1 rocket monster, then target 1 Boral monster you control. Equip this to it. It gains the effect. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster you control. This turn, it can't die.
That's pretty
That's
terrible.
Borload already can't die.
Yeah, Borload already never died.
That's awful.
Tindangle Delu. Oh, we read this already.
I'm not reading that one.
It's okay.
Altergeist manifestation.
I don't even. I can't. Altergeist manifestation. Oh, this card might do something. Targeting one Altergeist monster in your graveyard. So now it's possible to summon more than one Altergeist monster. This would destroy the equipped monster. You can banish card from graveyard. Target one Altergeist trap in your graveyard. Add to your hand. All right. So like for an Altergeist deck, that's fine. But like you shouldn't be playing Altergeist. So like that doesn't matter. Anyway, Whisper of the World Legacy. Activate target one level 5 or higher monster on the field that gains 1,000 attack and defense at the end of the turn. Even if card leaves the field. Wow.
Ooh.
When an opponent's spell card affects activating the same column as a Mech Knight monster you control and negate that effect.
Mm.
Okay, so Mech Knights have one that negates spells. Now they have one that negates traps and spells. So maybe somehow that's maybe a thing. The true depth, but we've already established you just can't summon Mech Knights ever. So
Wait, what is this? The True Depths of the World
the
Legacy?
true depths of the World Legacy. When this card's activated, target one level 5 monster in your graveyard, special summon it. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When opponent's monster activate. Okay, so this negates monster effects for Mech Knights. All right, so if you are at a plus 10 on your opponent, they can't activate cards if you're playing Mech Knight. So cool. That you seem like you have to have a lot of cards to make that work.
Magical Burst.
Magical Burst. Let's hope this. Oh, this is for the deck I like.
Each time an opponent's monster activates an effect, which it will,
Yeah.
Place 1 spell counter. And then you can send this card with 6 or more. Okay, that's not happening. Add 1 spell card from your deck to your hand. I mean, that's kind of absurd.
Okay, so this gaining spell counters is relevant because all of the mythical guys just have effects when you get spell counters.
Sure.
Like one of them is like a hand trap. One of them is like remove 3 spell counters from your field and then summon it and then bounce an opponent's monster. So that's not bad. I actually really like the mythical beast archetype. I didn't think I would, but I really like it. Yeah. So if you have like 10 Mech Knight cards, your opponent can't play. But if you have 10 Mech Knight cards, like you've done something like pretty impressive already.
Yeah.
So. Okay, target 1 ghost ship spell you control, return to your hand, then activate 1 field from your hand or deck. That's okay. Target ghost ship summon.
That deck has
Okay.
like 3 field
This is-
spells.
Yeah. So this is just
Yeah.
like a random ghost matter. Jack Frost is good. And that's about it.
Archfiend's Call.
Archfiend's Call. Target
You
1 level
turn?
5 or higher fiend monster graveyard. Discard a fiend monster. And if you special on the target monster, sure.
I
know
can't
what
think
you're-
of anything that
I
I
can't
would.
think of anything you're saying.
Dark World.
Yeah.
We just do that already.
Come on.
Sensor differentiation.
Wait, no. Here's the point. Was that a cost for the discard?
No, it wasn't.
No.
That's insane.
Okay. stop.
Insane.
Each player can only control 1 monster of each type. Send all other face-up monsters they control to the graveyard.
Ooh,
So
this card would have been good.
it's like reverse rivalry.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Wait, isn't that just the same thing as rivalry?
No, it's rivalries. You can only control 1 type. This is you can control 1 monster of each type. So if you
What?
have a fiend, you cannot summon another fiend.
Ah. Oh,
What?
that's
So this is
fucking
reverse
horrible. Why
rivalry.
did they make
So this is like the worst card
Well, no. It's like
of each type. Do you know how many types there are? That
do you know how many types go into most decks? Like 1.
Yeah.
Activate. You can only control 1 fiend.
Yeah, but Dante's
Nice
a warrior.
Burning Abyss
There-
deck. You
Da-
can't
Dante's
summon
a
Dante.
warrior. You can't because it's a different type than the fiend.
Yeah, but how
You
are
can
you
only have
summoning
1
2 PAs?
fiend.
Have you read Terror Top and Rhino Warrior?
You
I'm
actually
really
would
mad
need
about
both of
this
them.
card.
You actually would need to have both of them.
And I would have them every time.
They've just made another floodgate. This is terrible.
This artwork. Yeah, why would they? Yeah, that's just another floodgate that just shouldn't have been printed, and I'm upset.
Darvel's at 3.
Guy Dance. This artwork makes me uncomfortable.
Guy Dance.
You can only apply this effect of Guy Dance once per duel.
Guy Dance.
It must be pretty
I
good.
gotta read it again. Choose one of your opponent's unused main monster zones has been used. If your opponent would normal summon, if they would, so this activates in the step that like it's one of those like negation step windows. While this they must use that what?
So you pick a zone for them to summon into, basically.
Yeah, so you choose a zone, and they have to play a monster into that zone. And you can only use it once per duel because if you played it twice, then
Does that linger until the end of the turn?
It says this effect applies until a monster is placed in that zone.
So you shotgun it in the standby phase, and for the rest of the duel, they cannot summon unless it's to that zone.
Yes.
So you can just have floodgate set.
What?
Never
mind.
Okay, Calvin's dumb.
You
Let's
could
move on.
have a very.
Stop talking. Don't embarrass yourself. Just stop talking.
It's too late for that.
Yes.
Critical
timing. Oh, this is a reverse retort. It's retort, but it checks their graveyard.
That's so bad.
That's interesting. Sure. Parthian shot.
At the end of the battle, well, evenly matched.
At the end of the battle
What?
phase, it becomes the end phase of this
We
turn.
have that evenly counted.
This is
why
nice.
is it? Why is it Subterra?
It's a
cards?
counter trap.
Yeah. Why is it a counter trap?
So you can counter evenly matched.
Well, no. Your turn player. So when they say end of battle phase,
Mhm.
you can use turn player priority.
No, because this is a
activate
counter
this?
trap, Ryan. You're misunderstanding.
No.
What?
What? It doesn't have to respond to anything at the end of the battle phase. So
Right.
at the end of the battle phase, you are turn player. You activate it. It's now the end phase.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So they go enter battle phase for evenly match.
Yeah.
You activate this, and their turn just ends, and you kill them next turn.
Wait, but they're turn player.
But it says end of battle.
Oh,
phase,
their
not-
turn. Oh, their turn.
That's
player.
what I'm like.
Never mind.
What's your
Yeah,
point?
this just sucks.
Yeah, this.
Never
yeah.
mind. You just get evenly. So you just this. Never mind. Yeah, their turn player. So they just evenly match you, and then you're like, I guess chain end your turn, but you just got evenly matched for your whole life. So
Yeah.
sure.
Wait, surely this stops
Interesting.
evenly matched.
No, it doesn't because their turn player. They can just activate it first.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah. So it ends their turn at
Accidentination.
least, but
Target one card. you
accidentination.
control.
Target 1 card you control, destroy it.
I like that.
Oh, it's the ignites. That's cool. Okay. Mistaken bombing is the Japanese name record.
Okay, what's next?
It is all right. So now let's look at the TCG cards.
What was
And then the
Origin, I
OTG
think,
cards.
first?
What?
Steel Swarm Origin?
Okay, so there's the Vendreads.
Alright, should we do the
I'm
Vendreads
just gonna
first?
say the Vendreads. I don't want to read all of them because we've been doing this for a while, but like the
So
Vendreads
you should
are
read
like
Battle Lord and Charge. Those
oh
are
no. I mean like, I know what they all do. Like I've
Yeah.
read them already. I'm just saying like every time right before Vendreads like come out, every time new Vendread cards come out, I'm like, this deck is so good. It just needs one more set to be good, and then they get 4 more cards, and I'm like, it's so close to be good.
Yeah.
It just needs one more set to be good. And now for the 3rd time, I'm like, it's so close to be good.
I think the biggest problem with the deck is they need ways to put those Vendreads onto the field before Ritual Summoning.
Yeah.
And Charge kind of does that, I guess.
It's just, I'm like, this is just, I just read the 4 cards, and I'm like, we're so close to being good. We're just not.
Do they have
quite
another wave
there.
to come?
They have one more wave. They have 4
Wow.
more cards.
Okay, they have to be good after like.
Yeah, that's what I said the last 2 waves of support. Even before Circuit Break, I was like, oh man, Vendread got some great cards in Code of the Duelist. They're so good. They're definitely going to be playable after Circuit Break. I'm like, all right, they got some okay cards Circuit Break. They're going to be so good after whatever. Like, it's so good. And then we get these, and I'm like, oh, they're so close.
Yeah.
Like, the trap card from Code of the Duelist just has absolutely no synergy with any of the other Vendread cards at all.
Mhm.
Like, you just can't, like, I don't get it. So Vendread's so close, not quite there. The FAs have been unplayable up until this set, and then just the FAs in this set are just ridiculous. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I don't know if ridiculous
FA
is the word I'd use.
Oh, FA Auto Navigator is ridiculous.
Read it. These cards in your hand graveyard, which will be you can target one face-up card you control, whose current level is higher than its original.
All of them do that.
Okay.
All of them have effects that make their levels go higher.
Special on this card, and if you do, reduce that level. And if you do that, which you will, this card's effect becomes equal to that.
It's a tuner.
So what does that mean? If this card is
Keep
normal
reading.
or special summon, you can add a field spell. Okay.
So this card can just be in your graveyard. Like
Mhm.
every single turn,
Just
you can
foolish.
you can just keep bringing this card back and then just search another card. This
Okay.
is just so this is a hard once per turn quick fix that you don't have to discard for. And is a tuner.
Okay.
Like I think this card is actually a little silly. Yeah, it's pretty good.
But it's a machine dupe target.
Yeah, and it is a machine dupe target. So whether or not this makes, and they get a Synchro Monster. The Synchro Monster is cool because it gets an effect if it's level 13 or higher.
Morphine transport.
But
Motorhome.
yeah,
I'm trying to find the tuner right now.
Yeah.
What's the name
What
of
is
the
with
tuner?
their thing?
it's FA
Auto Navigator, right?
Yeah, Auto Navigator.
Why is every card in the set in multiple?
I don't know.
Every card we read this
It might
set.
not be. It's on the here. I'll just send you the link. I just had it up. FA Auto Navigator. Yeah, this card is pretty. I think this card's pretty good. Like this is like when I was thinking about like what could FA possibly get to even like be playable. This went well beyond what I thought they would get. Like this card is just very very good. Yeah. And they're also getting one more wave support. So then they get another field spell and they get another quick play spell.
That's pretty interesting.
The quick play is like not bad either.
Oh, that's just really good.
Like it's pretty
It
good.
didn't target.
Yeah, it doesn't target. And then like it's just
Wait, what? During your main phase,
except
you
the
can
turns card
banish
subject-
this card and then target face. Oh, you kill your own card. So it's -3.
Well, you just kill you
You kill your field spell, right?
yeah. So all the field spells search. I'm pretty sure all the field spells search when they get destroyed.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
search
all the
something
field
anyway.
spells say if this card is destroyed by card effect, add one FA card. So
Okay.
yeah, I just think like this wave of support kind of just I think they just kind of just made all the FA cards really come together, which they didn't really seem to have much of like a direction they were going in up until this point. So I think these were 4 very good cards. Like they did a really good job. For the
Yeah, it's
Vendread,
probably
the Vendread's not so much, but the FAs did a really good.
Oh, can we
job
read
on
the new Lightsworn card? I'm curious.
these. Ha, ha, ha.
Wait, what's it called? Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What?
It's just a link Laval chain.
Well, it's decode links. 3 monsters of the same attribute but different. So light sworns, different types.
Yeah.
Face of card destroyed by battle leaves field. Well, it's target 1 card in your graveyard. Adds your hand. What? Interest or leaves the field. Okay, that's pretty good. You can only use each of the following effects. If this card links summon, you can. If this card is sent from your deck to the graveyard, how is that? If a card is sent,
Yeah, so it triggers itself.
mill 3.
So
What
on
the-
summon, you
It's
send
just Celestia.
you send anything, and then it mills 3.
That is quite good.
So these have all been revealed for a while. All these links have been revealed for a while. Calvin is just slow.
That's a really good one.
So we're just gonna real quick go over some of them.
Can you not just like
let's do the
send
Phantom-
Soul Charge, mill 3, and then link this away, and then add it back? And then just...
No, because
No, it has to be by your opponent's card effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you can just still send anything else, like glow bulb. Just anything you want. It's still a vowel chain.
If this card is linked to someone, you could add a Gem Knight card.
Which one are you
Whoa,
on just
that's
now?
really you could add a Gem Knight fusion.
The Gem Knight, the Gem Knight link monster. I know that most of the link monsters are pretty bad, but some like half of them are insane and half of them suck. This one's pretty.
You can add Gem Knight fusion. You can pay 1,000 light points fusion, so you can do that anyway.
No, you can't. Just keep reading.
That are listed or on it are banished stored in your graveyard into your deck, but it cannot. Okay.
So you can fusion summon from your banished by paying 1,000.
Okay.
So the Gem Knight, I think there's like an FTK card.
Oh, that's
not like 100%.
They do have
Sure.
an FTK, yeah. But I don't know if it's legal
Yeah,
in
there's,
TCG. I think
there's
it's
probably an
missing something.
FTK somehow. Then the Evil Swarm one is cool, but it's not on here yet. So I'm not going to read it. The Noble Knight one is actually pretty cool.
Oh.
Adding any warrior
You just
on
get
summon,
BLS.
it's like that's kind of silly.
Yeah,
Just
that's really
warrior
good.
in the game.
It just takes 2 generic warriors.
Rhoda's out. Yeah, you can't use it for that turn, but like still. And then it's effective like send equip spells. You can send like the Phoenix Blade thing, and then like banish warriors and add it back, and that's like discard fodder or something else.
That's
this
really
is like
good.
this is like one of the
You can add back
It's
DDR, I
probably-
think, or something with it.
yeah. This is I think like like the broken links are like Needle Fiber, Electromite, the Plant one.
What are those?
We're not getting them on this set. We're getting Electromite, but the
I
broken
haven't read
links
that.
are like Needle Fiber. The one that summons tuner from the deck. I told you about it the other day.
Mm.
Like it's
No.
Needle Fiber, the Plant one, Electromite, and then like the bad ones are like the Medulce one that just does nothing, and like the Ritual Beast one that just does nothing. And then I think like the Noble Knight is like the worst of the good ones, if that makes sense.
I think Noble Knight's the best one.
Like it has a very like it's just like good.
It's so good.
The Clifford one's cool too.
Clipper Genius?
Just real quick, the Clifford one, you can play an ABC because it's 2 machine monsters, and
Whoa.
if you tag out Buster,
It's got ABC arrows. Hang on, this link
yeah.
cards on it.
yeah, if you tag out
Oh,
Buster,
I read this today.
yeah, you did. I know, I was there. If you tag out Buster, then you can search a Jizukiru,
Yeah,
is
or Galaxy Soldier.
which is or Gog Soldier, which is like neat. That's like a cool card, not like super broken, but it's a cool.
Or Jinzo.
Yeah, that too.
Nice, evenly matched.
Zephyr Metaltron is like interesting, not super cool, like not great. The Ritual Beast one just like does nothing. I think. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Heavy Metal Foes Electro.
Heavy
Oh,
Metal
it's the
Foes
Metal
Ele-
Foe one.
Heavy Metal-
I've-
The Ritual Beast one's
So-
actually really good. It's an extra normal summon.
Yeah, but
It's
Ritual
this
Beast.
card.
I hope that deck never is played ever again.
Fuck you, I like that.
Ritual Beast is my least
Hang on.
favorite deck of anything ever.
I really want to read Electromite. Let me
It's
read-
my
let me
least
read it.
favorite anything. I think like my hatred for Ritual Beast it is not like my least favorite like deck in Yu-Gi-Oh. It is my least favorite entity in existence. Probably.
I don't like Apple that much.
Like yes. Oh, Apple, yeah,
the company.
sure. Yeah, they suck too. But Ritual Beast, like not a fan. Anyway,
All right, 2 Pendulum
Heavy Metal was
Monsters.
Electromite. This is like the third time Calvin's reading this, and he forgets it every time he reads
If this
it.
card, well, it says 2 Pendulum Monsters. I automatically just stop reading. Pendulums are never good. Never have been.
Okay.
If this card is linked summon, you could add 1 Pendulum Monster from your deck to your hand, or what? Okay, why would I want to do that? Anyway, once per turn, you can target 1 card you control, so it's just more killing my own cards, and then add a Pendulum from my deck to my hand. Pretty good. If this card is from your Pendulum zone, leaves the field, draw 1 card.
So you summon it, you send any pendulum from your deck to the extra deck.
Yeah.
You kill one of your scales, you add the card you just sent from your deck to your hand, and then you draw a card.
So you're saying if I go Rabbit into 2 Pendulum Monsters,
you win.
It's a plus 15.
Yes.
That's quite strong.
Nothing that ABC can't handle, Calvin.
Oh yeah, nothing. So
I gotta figure out how to summon that in my ABC.
So there
deck.
you have it. Electrum is a plus 15.
So
Confirmed.
is that us done? Do we have anything else?
We got
really good.
scrambled egg.
What's that? Is that the BA one?
I'm not
No.
reading that. I'm just not
Yeah,
reading that on principle.
I'm just gonna open it so Calvin can look at it and just be mad. So Calvin, they could have imported the BA link. Instead, they imported this card.
If monsters you control destroy by auto card effects at the graveyard, so someone Sonic Chick from anywhere. What does Sonic Chick do?
It
can be destroyed by battle
it's
by
like
1900 or more attack
Celtic
monster.
Guardian. It's obnoxious Celtic Guardian.
So
Yep.
we could have got Patchwork.
Rambaru Egu.
We could have got Frightful Patchwork. Elder
Rambaru.
Entity Niarla.
Yes.
All this
this
stuff,
is.
and they gave us Scramble Egg.
So
I'm so
Yeah.
devastated.
So all I have to say about this is like for like recap of the set, like obviously like Electromite is very powerful. The Skull Deep thingy, the guy that draws a bunch of cards is very powerful. The Noble Knight one's very powerful. The Cliffort one is pretty cool. The Lice one's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I think Underclock Taker is very, very good. That one I think is, in my opinion, like the most
best card,
like
yeah.
the most like just generically good card in the set.
I'm not getting the impression that this is a very good set.
Like, I actually think every single person that plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Should get a copy of Underclock Taker. And that is not anything I can say about, like, no matter what deck you're playing, it is completely irrelevant. You, like, Underclock Taker, you should own a copy of that card.
Do you know what
Monarchs.
rarity it is?
It is a rare, I believe.
Oh, that's
It is
really
a
good.
rare in the TCG. It is a rare.
Mm.
So, yep, you should get that card. Yeah, that's all I can really say. Is get that card. That card.
Yeah,
is
that's nice.
It will never be expensive, but it's ridiculous.
Okay, so
and then I think that the mystical beasts are a lot better than I thought they were. Like, I've read them before, but I think I just like didn't quite. I don't think I read them at the same time.
I'm putting
like-
my ruling out there is like they lose too easily, and I think that if they do become a threat, Kaiju just come back to the meta and just answer them really easily. I don't think it's good, but I could be wrong.
Oh, the border card is also really good.
Which one's that?
The one that's like just Majesty's Fiend. You just summon his Majesty's Fiend.
Oh yeah, I like that card a lot.
Yeah, that card's really cool.
That might be my favorite one.
That actually,
Yeah.
that's a card like usually like floodgate cards like that I think are like really dumb, but that is a build around. That is like you have to build your whole deck around that card, you know. And that's like, and I think if they like, I think powerful cards you have to build your entire deck around are like fine, you know. That's like that should be in the game. Powerful cards that are just ridiculous for the sake of being ridiculous, I don't think are good for the game. But like, there's a huge drawback to that card, and you build your deck to mitigate that drawback for yourself while maximizing it for your opponent, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
So that's about it. Yep.
Well-
there are like 10 playable cards in this set at best.
All right. Well, there
But
you
the
go,
10
guys.
playable cards are very playable.
Yeah,
So,
I think. I mean, yeah, I don't have anything to add.
All right, let's wrap it up then. An hour and a half, so this has been a long one. If you've watched this far, then thank you for coming out on stream, especially if you're live. It's really awesome that you've stuck around. For Calvin and Ryan from Team YGORG, shout outs to them. And leave a comment down below with the hashtag if you've watched this far. Calvin, give me a funny hashtag that people can spam in the comment section.
oh no.
Oh, I mean, I'm in the video, so you don't really need a hashtag. Hit the thumbs down if you want. Slam it really hard.
Okay. Just a hashtag on principle in the comments.
Yes, hashtag
now.
on principle.
Hashtag in a
on
vacuum.
Hashtag in a vacuum or
Yeah.
hashtag on principle are equally good.
Hashtag Cagna.
Kag. Well, there's nothing else to bottomless in this deck. All right, guys. Good night, and I'll see you later.
Yep.
All right. Whew, that was a long one. Calvin, you weren't as